Hello and welcome everyone to part 26 of the Iceni Let's Play for Total War Rome 2. We continue a turn on during the end turn phase since last time. And this is a 1 hour special. So sit back, relax and prepare for an hour of epicness. Hopefully we'll be able to push through into Rome even further. We've just started our conquest of northern Italy. And hopefully we can continue pushing south. We're building up those elite armies now, chosen spear and sword band.
Our struggle will end badly and with little honor for anyone. My elders suggest peace. What say you?
And it's interesting they're offering me peace. Clearly they've lost a province capital and they're a bit worried about that. I'm not going to actually. I'm going to decline. Because I actually want to be able to attack them and do damage. I'm going to run with my fleet though. And my fleet's probably going to get squashed. I'll just probably auto-resolve this. There we go. Yeah, they were just there basically to scout what was going on. See what was going on with Rome. And now we know what's happened to Rome. There's no use for that navy anymore. So with the navy gone, I guess that saves a few denarii. An honourable death to my admiral. Trade agreement dissolved. Fleet destroyed. Ah, they've washed up on this shore. And the chosen sword band have started being built over here. I can't wait to see them in battle. Should be awesome. Chosen spear and sword. Just one more. Chosen sword band, I think it is. Or was that spear? No, sword. One more sword band. And it's got the slingers to go. Then we've got room for the cavalry. This army, I've disbanded its infantry units, and so that I can basically start recruiting my own spear and swords. Take 5 turns to do. Probably it'll be less once these guys are finished recruiting that one there. Once recruiting all these units, then they can start. We're gonna leave them there so that they can come down here. Once this army's done, though, I will be rushing it over to Lemonum so that we can get that elite horse unit, the heroic riders, because I haven't researched them yet in my long line of infantry. Or military technology rather. Don't get them until cavalry tactics, which is quite a considerable ways on. At the moment I'm going through these to get to the war horn ability, which I need for the warlord's hold. And just having a look at all these agents here. I can start spraying out. I brought this other army that was that had just been defensive stance by Coria. This army I can recruit. Well, I need some cavalry basically. I need some more cav for it, and I can't do that here. Medhallen. I don't think we can really do anything there either. Not particularly. They need to keep replenishing. I will probably, well, convert one of these. That's got food, and that's taking away food. Public order though. Celtic cultural influence. So that's actually quite useful to have. Maybe I'll change one of those eventually. Could build the bronze workshop here actually in Octoduron, because I need to be able to produce those chosen units closer to Rome basically than having to bring them all the way down from the north. With this army though, we're going to go into normal stance and didn't mean to trespass like that, but we're going to attack these guys. I want to declare war on them. I don't care, they have no allies, they should go down pretty easily. And we're attacking their forces, garrison army. Let us fight this on the battlefield. Bring them down, I say, bring them down. It's good because it gives us a chance to completely surround them and attack from all sides. So they won't be able to push us back. Obviously this army doesn't have my chosen units, but it does have reasonable enough units on a bit of veterancy. Most notably my chariots and my scorpions, which should be able to do a reasonable amount of damage, I'm hoping. Right. Start the deployment on a dry weather. I should say I am using some mods, which I mentioned in my my Rome 1 hour special, although I have since changed the mods I'm using since then. I'm now using the radius battle mod rather than the close combat mod because, as some of you know, sort of told me, the close combat mod does actually put your units out of formation to the point where they're no longer as effective. And I had started to observe that myself. I've also got the, I think it's Ancient Colour mod on to see how that performs. I've taken off Gem because I wasn't seeing much difference with that, to be honest. So there's no point attacking from this side because we just have to flank around anyway. So I'm going to put my swords over here, my spears over here. My slingers are actually going to push in on their own from this side, but they're going to be supported by my chariots. My general's bodyguard will go behind the spear troops, and then the scorpions, just trying to think of the best place to place them, I think it may well be over here, but we'll see. Start the deployment and start pushing in with my troops basically. I have a feeling yet the enemy's going to deploy mainly here. That's fine. I'm going to the way I deploy my troops is going to force them into all sorts of situations that they're not going to be comfortable with. I'm just going to charge them with all those chariots. They ain't going to be happy. Scorpions! Scorpions! Let's obviously bring them forward because that's again not where they want to be. Let's bring them to there. They probably won't play a huge role in this battle, to be honest, but we'll see. And up my troops go to battle. And here we go, we've got quite a reasonable number of enemies deployed here. So that's good. Interesting. They do kind of expect me here. So in fact, the scorpions would be useful if we deployed them here. Well, actually, let's deploy the scorpions here. And let's put these swords back here. And then we'll see if we can hit them while they're static. What have we got over here? Javelin men, let's go after them with one of the chariots. And I'm going to hit all these guys with my chariots. So that they'll disrupt the enemy here, while I then envelop them here. We're going to send 2 of the spear band this way while the other 3 attack in the middle. We're going to flank round with these guys already, bring them round. See what the enemy's doing here, not a huge amount. Scorpions! We're going to pull them into formation. They can start firing any moment now. Slingers, oh, why are you only walking? Run! My chariot's now charging in. These guys need to charge in too. Chariots cause chaos. He's getting stuck in there with sword and spear. Oh, right in the gut, he bleeding. That's those troops dealt with. Meanwhile over here, my scorpions, where are they actually firing? They're firing on this unit over here. The tribesmen. I can actually take control of a scorpion. And that's totally missed. It's going to hit my own troops, so I'm not careful. Oh, I'm going to miss them all. Damn. Let's fire one this way. See if I can hit someone in here. No, can't see them at least. So let's at least try and flank round to show them up. Bringing all my slingers in. Oh, it looks like they've actually pulled a lot of them back over here. I'm going to push in with the slingers now. And I'm going to pull my chariots up through here, if I can. Fire at will, just up to here. Come on, chariots, pull through the enemy. Get the rest of my spear troop to engage, bring my general up. I bring my chariots through the enemy, which should be knocking them down mainly. Don't think we're going to be able to do that, so we're going to get my chariots out of here. Off to the side, the enemy's holding up stronger than I'd hoped. Don't think the enemy's here anymore, so let's push in with the sword band. Bring them over. Especially before the Illyrian tribesmen get a hold of us. Slingers, sling away. Bring down the Illyrian tribesmen, if you can. But you're going to start running away, which is good. All my sword units on them. Let's turn the scorpions off. Losing my chariots because they won't pull out. Maybe I need to get in with my heroic riders, but they've got a lot of tribesmen there, so I'm going to try and flank round. I have managed to pull a lot of them out with my chariots. Only one of them's taken a huge amount of damage because they got stuck in there. We'll give these guys out here, and then a fire at will button. And I'm going to hit the rest of them, the general's bodyguard, with my general. There we go, give them a ferocious charge, frenzied charge. We'll go in here, I'm about to hit them with my infantry as well. We'll go frenzy mode. Yes, but he's going to be fine. And we'll push in now with these two, frenzying with them both. And I think that should pretty much wrap everything that we need to do up. Just have a look at the units fighting. Oh, he's in the neck, he's dead. Huzzah. With my cavalry, let's just charge on in here. Kill, kill, kill. Whoa, slideshow. And as my men sweep round, we have them encircled, and they're all going to be dead. They will be dead. Where's my cavalry? Oh, they're just about to charge in. Let's end the battle there, though, because it's decisive victory. We just need to take the settlement. We lost 220. Happy with that. We've dealt our enemy, the Delmatae, a stinging blow. We can continue to push east to take out the rest of their regions, and that will really help, I think, secure the Italian peninsula as such.
Ready for battle.
So once again occupying the Mist of Doom, as well as my general have gained traditions and new traits. And I'm going to go for the Inexorable Horde, and then upgrade my general to a soldier. Thankfully these guys come equipped with shrines, both public, order and food, so they cancel each other out, which is good bar that. So we should actually be reasonably happy next turn. So happy in fact that once my guys are replenished we can continue to push round to take out Ida and Segesta. Once we take out those, we've secured an eastern corridor as well, which means we can then turn our forces back and take out these old Roman settlements. Genoa is our next target with this main force here. We need them to replenish, and then I can bring this army down as well. The Woad warriors to help out. No, the Woad warriors are there rather. These are the vanquishers. And of course I'm getting 2 elite armies ready up here. My food is getting dangerously close though, or rather dangerously low. And I don't have... I need to look at provincial edicts. What am I on? Am I on blood and Blood and Games? I don't know why I keep thinking Blood and Games. I think it's Blood and Gore DLC. We are on Bread and Games Edict. Of course, the only problem is that I can't have it on. Are we near to upgrading the Imperium? Not really. Plus, we don't have another province, I don't think, because I'd given the other ones, or rather allowed the... Oh no, we got one here. But the other ones still belong to the Alverni, which I can't take because they're my ally at the moment. I should have pushed out with my spies, but we'll leave them there for now. I won't do them any harm. We can push out next time. See what the other tribes are up to, and then we can continue pushing south. It's interesting because it's pretty much a complete reverse of what's happening in my Rome. Well, it is a complete reverse of what's happening in my Rome Let's Play. I've seen you've nearly got to Rome. In fact, if they do this, they'll have beaten me in terms of my progress in my Rome campaign. Yes, I have spread out a bit further in my Rome campaign, but they will have at least reached from one homeland to the other, and Rome has yet to even get to Britannia yet. And all these guys have the other chiefs. Wow, he has a lot of things, a lot of abilities, a lot of traits, commander's effects. I'm going to go for you. It's probably a bad thing in the long run, because you'll probably be pretty darn good. We go for heroic nobles too. We've researched that, so we're going battle fury, so that's missile damage excluding siege units, morale for all land-based units, and we're going for mass charge. That lets us get the meeting hall. Natural causes, it's taken him out. Has brought this guy in who is very influential, but we still hold the balance of power, but that's not going to stop a civil war erupting at any point, basically. Because that's what it'll do. These guys are now very happy. If I take my army out and start moving around towards the other Delmatae lands, it's going to be fine with that. They can all continue to replenish out here, which is fine too, until I cross the border. But that's all good. Med Hallen, you're fine there. My War Maiden, let's bring her over here and start causing havoc, using my agents as well. Ooh, and I have lag. There we go. Yep, at that position, it doesn't like it. Sabotage, let's try and poison the wells.
I like that word.
And it's been successful. Let's see if we can rally. Ooh, let's see if we can rally the slaves. I'm not sure that'll do much, but we'll try. And see if we can incite unrest with this guy here. Which we should be able to do. They are very much unhappy now and then looking like they're going to head towards rebellion. That gives my wood warriors time to replenish. These guys here, can't really recruit anyone more useful, although I was going to get some skirmishers rather than slingers, which a lot of you are. Obviously Radius is battle mod as well. I forgot that changes obviously the range of units and things like that. So these guys, the longbowmen have 165 range now, so they now have the longest range of any unit in the game, even higher than Breton, or rather than slingers, I should say. The javelin men have a very short range by comparison, in which case I will definitely keep with the slingers for now. Even though these guys have a far bigger damage output, but these guys have a lot more ammunition, and they have more shots per minute. We need cavalry here desperately, but I can't recruit any, unfortunately. So we'll have to move on without cav. We're recruiting our final 2 units that we need to recruit here before we move on. Now I could move them on now, but we get the level 2 weapons if I build them here, and then we're going to head this army around to get those extra horses, and then we can bring them through the Arverni lands, probably south. We'll take out Tolosa and Massalia, claim those regions on our way south. Probably send this army that way too. We're starting to recruit all these guys now, getting the chosen sword band, and then we can send them against our enemies. And as I've said, that should be quite a significant upgrade from what I've been fighting as this whole time. So I think that's all I need to really do. There's not much I can upgrade just yet, so I'm going to save my money and end the turn. But I do believe that, there we go, this spy needs an upgrade. We could do Insight Unrest, which is what I'm trying to do at the moment a lot, so let's just whack that skill up. The Arverni bringing in various forces there, various fleets. Wonder what they've got planned over there. I don't know about you guys, but I always find the Iceni one a nice chilled let's play to record. Perhaps my commentary is a bit more laid back and relaxed. Maybe it's just this one episode, I don't know. I just feel very relaxed at the moment doing this let's play. And the commentary, just everything seems to be it's going well. Wait until the Civil War erupts and then I'll be like, oh, holy crap! But yes, right now it's not. It's a very nice calming let's play to play as, because there's not a huge amount I need to worry about just yet, which is good. So yes, we'll keep the radius battle mod. As I was saying in my Rome let's play, feel free to let me know what mods you've got, and if you disagree with me using these particular ones, feel free to tell me why you don't think I should be using these ones, or you know, if there's something wrong with them, like they pull the formation out too much, like many of you did mention about the close combat mod, which I appreciate. So I am going to bring this army here. Korea is going to be fine, so I'm not too worried about it. So I can bring this army down here. They're just replenishing the last few units now. I have a warlord with them as well, and we can probably go for Genoa with it. We'll have to watch out for these guys incoming, and of course Genoa's own spawn units. But they should be alright. They should be alright. I'm going to make sure that the well, can't incite unrest well with these guys, but we're going to try and poison the wells here, and then we're going to incite unrest. Glad that the sabotage has gone well there with poisoning them, but we're going to incite unrest with this agent, which is a 95% chance of it happening, or at least positive. And there we go, they're going to rebel next turn. So let's do we could assault the patrol and do quite a reasonable amount of damage. So let's do that on the general as well. Hopefully do a lot of damage, military subversion, damage done, and they've been stopped or slowed.
I live to serve the people of Britain.
I'm glad you do live to serve, and we're going to upgrade Valor, or we can add something new in. I'm going to go for Valor though. Valor upgrade. These guys, Hallen can just about, I think, cope. Yes, they can cope quite happily without them. These guys are all now replenished. So I'm going to send this army towards Arminium, and we're just going to lots of quick strikes now, basically towards the enemy. We're going to start pushing down here. We'll aim towards Rome. This army over here should all be replenished now as well. We're going to swoop in again. We're going to go out towards Segesta first, and then we'll come back to Ida. Bring these guys down. We've got a little bit of chariots that still need a bit of replenishment, but that's fine. We'll be fine with that. I wonder if I can recruit any mercenary cav. Yes, I can. It's going to cost me kind of a reasonable amount, but screw it. Let's add the cav in there for now, at least. And then we got them in there. I can get rid of those mercenaries later on. What's going up here? This army is ready to go. Let's put them in forced march because we want to move them as quickly as possible over here. These guys now recruiting the rest of their troops that they need, notably. So those Chosen Sword and Chosen Spear Band, can't wait to see them in action, so I want to move these units as quickly as possible. I've got a lot of money, but nothing to really spend it on, because if I do, I'm going to be upsetting my public order or things like that. Need to somehow be upgrading food, which we can do here. Who gets me the most food? Who's going to give me lots of food? It's the field. It's the field. Oh, that's upgrading. The fishery's upgrading. What can we do here? Public order. See, this gives me public order without the cost of food. That's why I'm going for these things, the war dance and the mass charge. Is there anything else? Attritional losses when under siege. It's a storage pit, which is pretty useful. And what's this? Farmer's market. I'm surprised that doesn't give you any food bonuses. But that's alright. I could upgrade the ironsmith here and at least get chosen sword and spear hit from here. Then I could push out towards the frise at some point, even though we can recruit them there. I'll hold off from... Actually, no, I can do that, and the public order is going to be fine. I might as well get those upgraded. Ah, here we go. More food. Yes, it's going to be a huge amount of squalor. Ah, damn. That's the only thing. There's going to be a huge amount of squalor. So that's why I'm trying to build this, which I need the war horn for. That's already going to be giving me -4 there at the moment, struggling. Mostly because there's a lot of other buildings with squalor. Although this unit here, this thing can go. Let's demolish that. That's -10, so I can upgrade the cow instead. And I could probably go... I'm going to push everything upgrading that can give me more food right now. And I'll build another Grove of Rose Myrtle or something like that to upgrade that to a Shrine of Rose Myrtle. For more public order, yes, it will lose us some food, but I'll look at what other shrines I can get as well. So with that done, let's end the turn. Oh no, what's this? Sovagex. I'm glad that's really easy to find. Oh, my druid, yes. Forgot, what can I do here? Research rate cultural conversion is what we want. We've finally beaten down those Germanic cultures. Let's get them there. And we can end the turn. Fernie gathering a large host of forces there. So they're starting to push out now. Not sure what they're up to out there. Does intrigue me. Does intrigue me. I do wonder what the Arverni could have planned. The Delmatae thinking long and hard there, though. I guess they're wondering whether to attack me at Segesta. Or from Ida, perhaps. Nope, they've decided against it. Moving through the other tribes. Gatuli. And also other tribes that I haven't encountered or dealing with. Except these guys I am definitely dealing with. They are in Rome. Ligaria. They're sending an agent. A warlord. Against my army here to try and slow them or stop them for a turn from advancing. Not sure what they're doing, or perhaps even kill a leader. They're taking their sweet time about it. Come on, guys. There we go. Another one. Going for another attempt. And there's the rebels. And those were the slaves. Wrecked baggage train, that's what they did, was it? Faction destroyed the Swibby. Wow. That'd be the these guys which I am at war with, I believe. No, I'm not, but I was at war with them. The Swibby are dead. Okay, so that's interesting. What is this though here? And they have this territory here. I hold the territory here. They're not very happy with me. They're quite pissed. So hopefully we can deal with that. Let's Athens. Do you want trade? No. Okay. Right. So they hold. They hold these two territories over here. Fair enough. As long as we're not at war with you yet, though, I am totally cool with that. Not going to upgrade that just yet. Could go for the barbarian town, but that's squalor and everything else, which I don't need just yet. This army over here, we're going for Segesta. Why is it blocked? Pretty sure it's not blocked. Keep going. Assault them all. What's the auto-resolve like? Oh, not actually that great. So let's head on back and let's fight this ourselves once again. Once more into the breach to do some damage. Kill the enemy swine. Bring them all down. Destroy the garrison forces. And we have some rain. Yeah, let's fight in the rain. Why not? And chariots, we're going to set you. What sort of deployment? I have a very boring deployment. I don't have a nice encirclement. We're going to have them over in the trees this time.
Slingers!
My slingers, group 2. We have them in the centre. It's kind of more of an open field battle this with a bit of settlement parked around it. Obviously then spears behind my skirmishers, and my sword's going to place them on the flank as I've started doing now. And then have the scorpions in front of my slingers. And my general behind everyone else. Let's push forward with my scorpions. Push forward the slingers and then my spears. My general's giving a lovely speech, which nobody gives a crap about right now. That's it, just say heroic riders, that's fine. Chariots are going to form up over here, and we can swoop in as the enemy comes forward. Slave javelin men and the rest. So we're forming up with the swords on the flanks. We're going to get the scorpions out front if we can. Start doing plenty of damage to the enemy as they advance towards us. Just about to get into my slingers range, which is good. We're going to hit them on auto reload, so the moment the enemy starts getting into their range, they're going to use their reload button. There we go, and they'll start firing into the javelin men. And I'm going to bring the scorpions back and tell them not to fire, because otherwise they're going to be killed. And I'm going to pull back with the Briton slingers as well, and push forward a smidge with my spears, otherwise they're going to face some problems here. And I'm going to start attacking with my swords. And there we go, we managed to pull my units around just in time. Frenzying in the right places. Pull around with this unit here. These guys need to run, clearly. General will use his abilities on the slave javelin men here to weaken them in the middle, and I'm going to flank round with them. I'm going to push forward with my spears here, because my men are able to hold back these tribesmen for now at least. So in go my spear band against the slave javelin men, flanking round with various troops up here. Gonna smash into the slave javelin men, frenzying with them as we do. And these guys can now sweep across the battlefield as they do best, being my chariots. My general, I'm going to bring him round as well to flank with, pulling him round nice and tightly. Oh, he's definitely dead, covered in blood. Hopefully we can start pushing these guys down. We've got swords obviously against spears. That should be a definite win combo. Starting to break these guys. They're starting to waver the slave javelin men, and I can give them away at this point to attack the enemy. I'm going to get my chariots to slam into the flank. Oh no, it's not my chariots, it's my general, which is perfect, because at the same time we're going to use his abilities as we smash into the troops here. It should waver and break them, but I'm going to pull my general away just in case. Pull my chariots in as well to smack the enemy from behind, charging into their general, and I've got my spears wedging in between these slave javelin men. Obviously my slingers have been able to fire this whole time, which is good too. We've broken the enemy over here. And away they go, the only units that are actually escaping or still fighting are the general's bodyguard there, but we've got a victory pretty much wrapped up quite nicely. And I think the general's just gone too. And we can end the battle there once more. Another settlement taken, 257 losses. Utterly destroyed the enemy garrison forces. No match for my army of Iceni victory. Didn't even still didn't get to use those scorpions. Should have just sat where I was really. Oh, in the leg and now through the shoulder. You're dead. And I'm going to occupy. Going to go for some rapid expansion now on this campaign. Taking out Segesta. They will be happy next time pretty pretty much. We'll have to wait a few turns probably for these guys though to chill out. Can't recruit any more agents. Those guys can sit happy here and want to take Ida. Oh, like I say, they've got a lot of other settlements all down here. That means there's just plenty of room for us to keep on moving down, which is fantastic with that army. These guys are going to go across the border and attack over next turn. This army is going to bring them to attack here. But I might let the slaves cause a bit more trouble for them. I'm going to incite rebellion once more, or rather incite unrest. And then with these guys I'm going to try and take out these guys back here, because I don't want them hanging around.
How can I assist you?
Concealed blade, not a huge amount of chance doing here actually. Poisoning is actually pretty reasonable. Let's try and poison that agent. And the enemy's been wounded, they'll disappear now. And my war maiden here, I'm pretty darn sure, yeah, slaughter, she's got a reasonable chance of at least wounding the other war maiden. And the enemy's been wounded. There we go. They've fallen at the wayside. I've incited revolt here, so there'll be another army spawning soon, and we can bring this army over here. And I'll put there. I can't put them in defensive formation, but we'll hold here for now. This army moving as quickly as it can. It can actually get to the lands over here to recruit those last few units of cavalry, but we'll have to wait till next turn because they'll be in forced march and they won't be able to get to a mustering stance this time. We can get those heroic riders. Yeah, I can't even select the recruitment. I can, but I can't put heroic riders in, so I'll have to wait. These guys are good, and then I can bring them down south. It will obviously take a little while to move them that far, but I think we're all good. Money-wise, again, I'm just going to leave it where it is, actually. And my food has popped up as well. Obviously, taking more settlements as well is going to influence that. Thankfully, I'm engaging with the barbarian tribes, which, for Rome in this situation, when they've expanded out in a similar area, they face a lot more cultural conversion issues rather than the Iceni, because obviously they're all following a similar Celtic culture. You know, once you start going east, then you get the Germanic cultures, but apart from that, you have an easier time with the Iceni in terms of culture, because you're directly kind of in contact with other tribes and factions of similar culture, whereas Rome has to, you know, interact, especially its position kind of central Mediterranean. It really does open itself up to plenty of different cultures to, well, engage with, destroy, trade, subjugate, or ignore. It's always an option. Ignore them. And the Liguria, they are actually bringing some troops together. They've sallied out to finish off those rebels, which I'm a bit annoyed that they did that so easily. And what's this? Blackmail, counter the rumours, because I can totally afford to do that. Military sabotage, uh-oh. Natural causes, my warlord. He was in my army. Dang it. We can get a new warlord at least.
Thirsty for battle.
Or perhaps a war maiden. Let's have a look. Military training, that would actually be quite useful. Harass, though, that's pretty darn useful. We're going to go for this dude.
I am the wild rover.
I'm the wild rover. Nice. So settlement here, we want to make sure it's as weak as possible. How is it in terms of rebellion? It's coping, actually. Ah, they have an enemy army over here. So I'm still going to incite rebellion, or incite unrest, just to keep those enemies coming and causing these guys to face problems. And I'll get my agents. Oh, that's well, level 9. Get these guys to let's try and intercept the orders.
I like that word. I had hoped better.
That was a fail, but we'll bring this war maiden round. Perhaps she can we can assault the patrol, considerable damage, show of force, harass them. Let's go for show of force on these guys. There we go, show of force.
Goddess blesses my soul.
And with this army, I'm going to put into defensive stance. We're going to hold up here. And this army over here, we've been poisoned. But I'm still going to skip past their agents and attack them here. Now we've got quite the host assembled against us, actually. Quite a reasonable force. We've got obviously my longbows, my mercenary axe warriors and spear brothers to contend with. But I reckon we can have them, so let's once again take to the battlefield and finish these guys off using my longbow hunters. I'm looking forward to use them with the kind of superior range. I can't understand why in Vanilla Total Rome 2 they only have 125 range, which is standard for other archer units. Their longbows, surely it should at least be 150, unless I got my facts wrong. But it should be at least 150. But then, to be honest, I would have thought a longbow could definitely outshoot the range of a slinger. Obviously, that's debatable, but I guess perhaps. But I would have thought a longbow has the power to outshoot, or outrange rather, a sling, personally. But feel free, I'm sure there's somebody that knows more about it than I do. Anyway, let's put my spears like so. Slingers will go in front of my spears. Then my sword unit, which I can actually go around. Oh no, I can't go too far that way. But we're going to bring the swords over like so. And then we're going to have my longbow hunters in front. Longbow hunters in front, come on. There we go. And then my cavalry along with my general group together over here as well.
Longbow hunters! To arms, brothers!
So let's push in with these guys. So pushing in on several angles from the front and the side. Keep the pressure on the enemy. They've got some slingers in the middle, ready for battle with an awesome beard moustache thing. Majority of the forces in the central square, a few of them arriving via ship. They've just landed now, and they'll be reinforcing through the centre as well. Pushing forward with our troops. Longbows, they've got the ability where they can creep forward in the long grass undetected, because they're the hunter unit. But fear not, longbows, just run forward, you'll be fine. The longbows, pretty darn cool. One of my favourite units. Obviously I'm a bit biased towards the longbow after doing my university dissertation on the legacy of the longbow, so just a smidge probably biased to it, but I do like it. Anyway, so we're going to push forward with my slingers, get the spears behind. I am wary of these guys formed up here, but I should be able to hit them with my longbows once we get into range. Yes, in fact my longbows can hit the Celtic tribesmen here. Just in range. Although none of my longbows are firing, so we're going to push forward a smidge further and then follow up behind with my sword units. These guys are under fire. Ah yes, there goes with my units. Love how you see like the stones fly off. Using the quick reload now against the enemy slingers. I'm not going to push in just yet, I'm just going to whittle them down. And my longbow hunters now firing away, giving nice volleys from their longbows into the enemy ranks. Oh, that looked painful. Really whittling away the Celtic tribesmen here, which is good. Just going to let them skirmish with the enemy for now, bringing the enemy down as much as possible before they decide to do something about it, if anything. I can totally quite happily deal with that. Obviously I'm not going to charge him with my cavalry until the all clear is given, and by that I mean that there's no tribesmen or spearmen in my way. Oh wow, we're really whittling these guys down now. losing their formation though. Their defensive shielding, they have broken. Going off the next unit now over here. They're bringing up more tribesmen. That's left this flank exposed, which is just perfect now for my cavalry to assemble. We're going to go in and try and hit the enemy general, the Oathsworn units here, as hard as we possibly can. Do as much damage to them, and that should make our life a lot easier later on. My slingers slowly dealing with the Celtic tribesmen over here. Obviously nowhere near the caliber and power of my longbow hunters. As you can see over here, once more whittling down the Celtic tribesmen. Very satisfying. And let's actually, for fun, let's put flaming shot on. Less accurate, I know, but more damage. Be interesting to see the sky fill up with burning arrows as they come on in. Flaming arrow in a shield or two. Something about your mother and a donkey. Very crude. I'm going to go back to standard shot. I did hear some guy screaming in pain for being set on fire or something. Oh, there. He's still moaning on the floor, but we're going to go back to normal shot because that will do more damage. And we're going to go in against the Oathsworn here with one of my veteran riders, because there are enemy spears around. Just the one, and I'm going to go for a frenzied charge to try and do as much damage as possible. Because I'm just watching the spear unit over here, the spear warriors, and yeah, as I thought, they're going to catch my guys here, so we're going to have to pull back. Oh wow, doing a lot of damage to my cavalry straight away. I think that's something somebody did say, that in the Radius mod, that spears versus cavalry, they do die pretty much instantly if they're put up against them, which I guess is fair, because you wouldn't want to put cavalry up against your spears anyway. I'm going to send a unit of spearbound against them, and now send the rest of my levy freemen up here, because we've whittled those guys down enough with my slingers. I think it's time we started pushing in. Longbows. They can keep firing. The Celtic slingers are being brought up now. Very small shields. They'll have to get quite close to do some damage. And in come the arrows. Finish off those tribesmen. Oh, they really did whittle them down there. And in comes the enemy. And my spearmen have engaged the spear brothers. And in fact, now I'm going to bring my my general round, because he can actually charge through the Celtic slingers here and hit the Oathsworn. And I will try another charge against the Spear Brothers. Now that they're busy attacking my spear band, I'm going to see if they'll be able to attack my... they'll be attacked through the flanks as well. We're starting to push through these guys now. I'm sending in the rest of my levy freemen, although sending this one unit around the side to help out, because the mercenary Gaelic warriors are also in there now. Oh, and the Oathsworn have pulled back. Veteran riders smacking into the enemy there, and I'm going to pull them back before we lose too many of them. Charging into them there. Going to bring the longbow hunters forward now, along with all my swords, and let my general charge in against the Celtic slingers. And I've been stopped coming down this side to help them out with my spear troops by being blocked by some Celtic slingers, and the Oathsworn are there, so we can hit them in the flanks. The rest of the enemy is trying to push through the middle. I'm holding here with my slingers. I'm going to try and flank round with my cavalry here.
Our general is under attack.
My general is under attack, but he should be doing fine. Longbows, we're going to get them firing against the Oathsworn over here, while they're pinned against my spears. See if we can start bringing some of them down in the flanks. These guys, though, have been really beaten down by the enemy spear warriors. They've only managed to kill 3 of them, and hardly, well, a reasonable well, no, I lie, not a reasonable amount of Celtic warriors at all, actually. They've been slaughtered here.
Swift horseman!
So before these guys chase after my general, I'm going to smack into them with my general against the enemy general here. Smacking into the Oathsworn. And now we're going to pull out with my general, because I wouldn't put it past my heroic riders to suffer the same easy cavalry killing power in the radius battle mod as the veteran riders there. They're getting away alright at the moment. But it's now time to engage with my infantry, which are going to frenzy like crap. And I can now bring my heroic riders, one to smack into the back of these spear warriors, but also then to hit the enemy general again, because my spear unit is about to break there. We're making progress here though. My spears have held up long enough for me to do some damage. My veteran riders have taken the central square. We're going to smack into the slingers now with a frenzied charge, do plenty of damage there. My guys are just starting to break there. General smashed into the units here, broken them. We're going to go into the enemy general over here, the Oathsworn.
The enemy general is dead.
Enemy general's dead, which is great news. I'm going to push forward with my longbows now, stop my general being killed by them. And my heroic riders going up against the Oathsworn now. Up against non-spearman units, even the mighty Oathsworn, they should still be able to do a reasonable amount of damage. But if they start going down too much, I will pull them back. Yeah, Oathsworn going down massively now. Rest of my cavalry getting in there. And I can now bring my rest of my infantry over here. My spear's doing a very good job finishing these guys off. Veteran riders, they must have been caught. Yeah, they got caught by some skirmishers and some tribesmen, which did whittle down my cavalry, but we're now charging after them, finishing them off. And we're charging into the rest of them here. And that sees the end of them there. My general's still going toe-to-toe with the Oathsworn over here. They're incredibly bloodied though. Inspire my own men. And we have a victory there. End the battle, decisive victory. Yet another kill on our path to glory. 548 losses, not too bad at all. We've managed to pretty much completely destroy the enemy forces, bar a few hundred. But that's all we need to do, because it'll take care of the rest now that we're occupying that settlement. Kicked in the leg, oh, and in the neck. And again, another occupy. I will start, once I take over Rome, I'll start raising the settlements outside of that. Okay, so we've taken yet another settlement here. I'm very happy with that. Done well, and thankfully, because this is a, if Rome was still here, the Roman faction, then I wouldn't have all these nice Gaelic buildings which I can just walk straight into, which is actually fantastic. So it makes my life a lot easier moving down here. Taking these guys out. I'm not prepared to move in this army yet, because I'm just inciting rebellions, or inciting unrest rather, all over the place, which is fine by me. These guys are getting plus 11 now, but we have to leave my army there for quite some time before we can do anything rather effective. The Widowmakers, the Delmatae, sending out a force there, and the slaves have a reasonable army over here too. Hello Sparta. Technology, we're going for the mass charge, which will be finished soon. We can then start building that meeting hall. And these guys over here, let's take them out of that to normal stance. They can finally get their heroic riders, 5 of them, will take 2 turns. These guys need but 1 more turn, then they completed all of the units they needed to build. And then my elite army is ready to come down. Oh, what's this? My spy, oh yes, he's level 9, Christ. He's like super amazingly awesome. Line of sight military intelligence. I can't upgrade this any further, there's nowhere left to upgrade it. critical success. Let's go for that. He's level 9. He's 69 years old, so he will probably die soon. But still, wow, he's pretty darn awesome. I think it's the highest agent level I've ever got one to. And the War Maiden's not too shabby either, but she's pretty old herself. And where was it? Over here, Army General, yes, in that recent battle. Of course he would have upgraded or gained another skill level. Now let's see if he can be secure a promotion at all. No. Let's end the turn once more. And the Averni moving those troops around, but still nowhere near as much as I thought they would be doing, to be honest. Still questioning their motives and what they're up to. I guess we won't find out anytime soon because we've got a defensive alliance with them, but that's only because it's one of my victory conditions. The Delmatae forming up quite the host there of forces, moving them round. Not moving the Widowmaker's fleet. We have yet another attempt by an enemy agent to harass my fortified army. Oh, no, it's backfired on them and they've died. Smashing. Attempt number 2 with an agent. How will they fare this time? And they are successful in slowing or stopping me. They've had to send their troops over there to push that enemy rebellion back. Oh, we got an enemy spy fighting against mine, and I think they went up against the level 9 one, in which case, yes, they will definitely die. So I'm going to push on Genoa next time with my army and see how they do. I'm seeing another agent, and it's going to meet the same fate. They're just feeding me agents right now, which is great because that should probably mean I don't know if you can if there's a rank 10 or if rank 9 is the highest one. A non-aggression pact and payments. No, because I probably will actually take your settlement soon with one of my elite armies. My chosen bands will descend upon you. Mass charge now going for war dance. Faction destroyed. Cool. I never knew them. We got okay. Food is dwindling a little bit, but still got plenty of guys still to buildings still to build that should change the balance. Force march time, and bring these guys all the way through the Alps, and they'll be here next time. Wow, that is a very good force march. They've got a good general. Obviously, you can move quickly. Just 2 more cavalry units here, and then I can once again move south. I assume with defensive lines I can go through their regions without incurring a trespassing penalty, or that may just be with a normal military alliance. Actually, that would probably make a bit more sense. There's a rebel army over here. I'm going to push in here, but I'm going to just sabotage the crap out of them first.
Sabotaging. Well, that worked out.
Opportune failure, that damn it. But we'll sabotage these guys, poison the wells. He's got a 90% chance. He surely can't fail. Success. He didn't level up again. I think that's the maximum he can level up, actually. But I'm not sure. Feel free to correct me if I am indeed wrong. I'm not going to stop these guys. Actually, I am. I'm going to try and stop them. Show force. Target stopped. That's what I need to do. Target stop. Actually, you can stop them all. Assault patrol. Target slowed. We'll assault the patrol anyway, because if we can take out the general quite a bit, that'd be decent. There we go. And we'll push in with that force there, but I'm going to bring this agent in here, this warlord in for military training. Oh, I didn't realise there was this war maiden here. I'm sure we can deal with that. Put them into normal stance. Can we attack this turn? Yes, we can. We can, and we will attack. But I'm going to save that for next time. This army here, we can't instantly move on, I don't think. Well, let's have a look. In fact, we can if we wanted to, but they need to replenish a little bit. We could be attacking Rome next part. These guys still need more time to replenish. It's only +12, and if I take the army out, it's going to be 20. Batavium's good. Midhallen, obviously same province, they're slowly getting there. Bring that army down as soon as I can, but might as well get you guys ready for next time. Oh no, I can't move. I was affected by that enemy agent. I thought I probably was. So let's just fortify once more. So we need to let's have a look at the research. We're going for the war dance, and I can actually build that hold now over here, the meeting hall. I can't go for the chieftain's hold because that needs the war dance, which is what I'm getting right now. That's actually what I want to go for. I do want the chieftain's hold because that's a lot more public order, so I will actually hold off and wait for that. And I'm going to upgrade the cattle ranch, even though that's going to give a lot more public disorder. It is going to give me more food, and I need more food. But if I get this up to the chieftain's hold and the next one above that, then it will counter all of that out. And we'll do one more end turn, and then I'm going to wrap up this part for now, guys. I do hope you've enjoyed. Please do remember to comment, rate, subscribe. Feel free to give your opinions on mods, whether you'd like me to use a few or just keep playing it through as vanilla. Basically, the reason why I'm using mods now is kind of had a few of you suggest I take a look at some, so I'm trying some out. I did experience or rather try out this radius battle mod a while back. I think it was around about part 4 or 5 of my Let's Plays for Rome 2, Sparta, Rome and Iceni. So it's kind of coming back to it, see how it's improved, what's changed. I can already see some of these stats have changed. The longbow hunters already have further range now, and slingers have slightly reduced range. I assume there's a few more stat balances in there, such as cavalry really should not run into spears or they will die. Bit too much, or very realistic, I don't know. But feel free to let me know in the comments. Oh, Sparta have gone to war. Sparta! Wartime. Military presence, let's see how that's coming down slowly. Still 20, well I'm quite impressed with that. They pulled their fleet back from God knows where. This army though is free to venture over and have a look in Rome. And there is Rome. It's going to spawn 11 units. We can move in and take Rome though. It's not going to be an issue. Laying siege to their hovels. We're going to continue the siege because we'll actually fight that next time. Face attrition, but we will attack Rome. We'll take that from them. This army, I think they've been hit again. Oh no, they haven't. They can actually attack this time. We are just going to encircle though, because this will be one of the first battles we start next time after we take Rome. War Maiden here. Finish off this War Maiden, please. Slaughter her. That life is mine. Enemy wounded, nice. Spear thrust in the chest. I'm sure you are the goddess champion, that is just lovely to know. And we're going to wreck the baggage train here. Successful. And what else can we do here? We're going to poison them. He's leveled up, which is good. My spy. We're going to go for his actual first ability. Not very spy-like. It's cultural influence and public order, which is actually very useful. So we're going to go for that. These guys have their orders intercepted, and they're now facing attrition from the poison. Although they're trying to replenish already. No, so they're not facing attrition. I lie. They're straight off coming through the poison. I can bring this army all the way down here. I'm surprised it's got a huge movement bonus. It must be the general there, or yeah, it must be the general actually. Ah, there we go. And force march is what's 100. Force effects, I know that, but he has the ability to move a lot further than. I know why. I think this army has. Does it have a ballista in it? No. Why can't you move that far then on the force march? Not sure. Let's have a look. And let's risk going into our Verni territory. We'll only go in a little bit, otherwise we won't go. We'll go all the way around. Ah, we were trespassing. Damn it. Thought that might happen. The Averni, though, still relatively friendly with me, even though I have trespass against them. Sorry, I'm just passing through very quickly, I promise. I just want to get to here, and it's a lot easier than going all the way around, so you know what, screw trespassing, I don't care. Anyway, that's where I'm going to wrap up this part. As I said, comment, rate, subscribe. As always, hope you enjoyed. Ciao for now.